Land of the free, home of the brave, America. I just saw this TikTok of some girl who moved to America. The theme tune in the background was just an eagle just screeching. Land of the free, home of the brave. Always got that tuna smoothie, mate. Come on, Svanik. You know the levels. Dive. Yo, Maya. Halima, what's up, dude? How's it going, dude? How's life, dude? America. Lydia, what's up? Monkey. Yo, Washington, BC. Unc, I fell asleep at 7 a.m. today. Am I cooked for results day? Ishan, just make sure you're awake in time for results day, innit? No, Aria, that doesn't sound like a very good combination. I can't like. Whoops. Tuna smoothie. Good combination. Yo, boss. Yo, Jow here. Sardines and that. Kira, what's up? So today, guys, we are continuing on with completing the square and how we sketch quadratics using it. Very important skill, innit? What are you saying, Mazza? And also, a lot of you are asking about the Year 12 maths course, so I'll tell you guys a bit more about the Year 12 maths course at the end, yeah? Kira, you dislike sketching. I will change your mind, I promise. I promise. So, the first thing we have to look at, Brev, is transformations of quadratics. Now, we can use the completed square form of quadratics to sketch them pretty easily. So, using your knowledge from GCSE, describe the two transformations of this function. So, what would you guys say? You can say it informally if you want. So, if you see f of x minus 2 plus 3 from GCSE, what two transformations are those? Alright, Aria. Hey, yo, Svanik, what do you mean? You should be an expert in this now. Ishan, plus in x plus 3 in y. Huh? Plus what in x? Oh, plus 2. Bro kept his hand on shift. Halima, Ryan up. Alright, nice, guys. So, what's in the bracket is... Tazib, you're in year 7. Hey, yo, it's a good time to learn, Tazib. You got this, man. So, this is... We're going to move right by 2. Yes, that's in the x-axis. Yeah. Ubuntu, what's up? And then the 3 here. Yes, we're going up by 3. When doing functions, do you guys remember what inside the bracket's known as? Think about the function machines. Do you guys remember what it's called? So you have your function machine. The numbers that you put in, what do we call them? Begins with I. I just did this with the GCSE, the year 10s going into GCSE. Nice, the input. Yes, these are known as the inputs. Yeah, so the x minus 2 is known as the inputs. That's affecting the inputs. That's why it's moving right. Yeah, because it's affecting the x values. And then what comes out of that is the outputs, right? Now, the outputs are what's outside of the bracket. That's affecting the numbers that come out, that plus 3. Which is why it's moving up or down. It's looking at the y values. So, I'm going to show you how it relates to quadratics, yeah? So, by letting f of x be x squared, write expressions for f of x minus 2. So, what would f of x minus 2 be if f of x is x squared? So, you're changing the inputs here. What would it become? Land of the free, home of the brave. America. Boss, good. So here, guys, you can see, Katya, good. You're just changing x to x minus 2. Yeah, so wherever you see x, you're going to change it to x minus 2. And then squared. Yeah, nice. Nice, Tazib, my guy. The next thing is, what would f of x plus 3 be? So this is outside of the bracket, so this should be a bit more simple to write down. Well, that won't be. So darker, mate, we coming into every single stream at the moment. So you know what f of x is. Boss, good. So Katya, nice. Ishan, Nabil, nice. So we know what f of x is now. We're just substituting. It's just x squared plus 3. So then, what would f of x minus 2 plus 3 be then? What would f of x minus 2 plus 3 be? What would that look like? Exactly, it's just a combination of the two answers from above, right? So we know what f of x minus 2 is. That's x minus 2 squared. And then we have that plus 3 at the end. Yeah? Now, what do you notice about this answer here? Also, that should say A-I-I-I. I, mate. That should say A-I-I-I. What do you notice about that? Boom. X minus 2 all squared plus 3. What does it look like to you? Is Isaias nice? It's the completed square form of a quadratic. Yeah? So if you guys ever saw something like y equals x minus 2 squared plus 3 is the completed squared, let's just write completed square form. Yeah. But if you guys remember, this was f of x. This was f of x minus 2 plus 3, right? Now, you guys told me that means you're moving to the right by 2 and up by 3. But what function would you be moving 2 to the right and 3 up? You have to think about what we were actually manipulating in the beginning. So to draw that quadratic, what function would we be moving to the right by 2 and 3 up? Ishan, good. Boss, good. X squared. It was x squared that we were originally manipulating, right? So what we're saying is, look, if you complete the square on a function, on a quadratic, if you complete the square, all you're doing is you're doing left, right, up, down of the x squared graph. Yeah. And this is why it's always going to tell us where the minimum point is of a quadratic. Yeah. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. Firstly, let's make sure we know how to do the transformations. So x minus 1 squared plus 2, what transformations of the x squared graph is that? So here, we're just making sure we understand the two transformations that we're doing. Some of them might have more than just two. But in general, what are we seeing here? What two transformations? We can do it informally for now. So boss has gone 1 right, 2 up. Ishan's agreed. Arya's the same. Lydia, good. So here, guys, x minus 1. Remember, it does the opposite, right, for input. So here, we're going to the right by 1. Yeah, that's affecting the x values. Then the y values do as they're told. Up, 2. Now, in terms of transformations, guys, there's 4 different types of transformations. If you guys go back to GCSE, when you're going up, down, left, right, what type of transformation is that? What type of transformation is that? Of the formal ones you're supposed to know. It's a translation, good. Now, when we say translation, what else do we need to say? Because if they ask you to describe the transformation, you do need to say it properly. So this is like informal when we're chatting to each other. Not origin will be when you rotate and stuff. Ishan, yet by a vector or by the vector. And then how would you represent the vector if you're going right 1, 2 up? How would you represent the vector if you're going right 1, 2 up? Obviously, yeah, like Ari's done and Halima. So it's going to be a column, but 1 right means we're going positive x and 2 up. And that's it, yeah? So, going forward, you know, you guys might need to tell me using a vector. If you just do the bracket like you guys are doing, I would assume you're talking about translation. So part B, what transformation is that? X plus 2 squared minus 5. So you don't need to say too much. I'll know what you mean. I'll know what you mean. What's going on there? Dive. Halima's going minus 2, minus 5. Maya, essentially, it'll be negative though, right? Because we know positive direction is this way. And in the y-axis, this is positive, right? So the opposite ways would be negative. So here, we're going to say translation. Mazza, the power 2 just means we're talking about the x squared graph. That's all. Yeah, we're saying we're taking the x squared graph and we're moving it to the left by 2 and down 5. Yeah? So we're saying translation by the vector. So remember, we're talking about the x squared graph. We're going 2 back. Yeah, 2 to the left and 5 down. Now, guys, look at part C. There's an extra transformation here. Do any of you guys know what it is? Because there's a negative bracket x plus 3. Do any of you guys know what's going on there? Aaron, reflection the x-axis. Now, you're all in agreement that it's a reflection. Yeah? We have to decide whether it's in the x-axis or the y-axis. Yeah? Now, the first thing I want you guys to tell me is that negative on the outside of the bracket, does it affect the x values or the y values? So the negative that's on the outside of the bracket, is it affecting the x values or the y values? Because once you understand that, it becomes pretty simple. Okay, so it has to be the y because it's not attached to the x, guys. Can you see there's a bracket? That negative is not attached to the x. It's outside of the bracket. So the form is minus f of x. And minus f of x is a reflection in the x-axis. Because what you're doing is you're timesing all the y values by minus 1. So the positive y's become negative y's. So it's doing this. Yeah. So all the positive y's are becoming negative y's. So that's why it's a reflection in the x-axis. So there's 2 transformations here. What's the first transformation we can say? So the second one's going to be reflect in the x-axis. Reflect in x-axis. What's the first transformation? BC, Washington, BC has said minus 3, 0. Okay, good. So it's only moving to the left by 3 units, right? There's only that x plus 3. It's not doing anything in the y. It's not moving up or down. Yeah, so it's only moving to the left by 3. So this is just a translation by the vector. And that would be minus 3, 0. Yeah, it's only moving 3 to the left. Nice. Now, part D, I'm interested to see how you guys describe this. What do you guys think? Minus x plus 3 squared plus 2. How does that look? What's going on there? Be very careful about this one. Minus 3, minus 2. Reflection the x-axis. Okay, so Boss is thinking about which one we do first. And Ishan, well done. So guys, look at what Ishan's written. We have to be very careful about this problem because of where that negative is. Can you see? We have this x plus 3 squared. Then we have this negative on the outside. And then we have the plus 2. They're actually very different transformations if you say minus 3, 2, and then a reflection. They will look like 2 completely different graphs. Yeah, there's actually 3 stages to this. It's basically BidMaths, yes. So, thinking about BidMaths, you're thinking about the inputs. Yeah, you're thinking about the inputs. which is always the thing that gets affected first. That's number 1. Then you have the minus on the outside, and then you have the +2, yeah? So guys, the order matters here. Bit of bid mass and that. I'll put in order like this. So you can see the order, yeah? Which means we have to say translation by vector, which the +3 means you're going 3 back and nothing on the y. Then the minus is a reflection in the x-axis. And then the +2, guys, tell me the vector for that +2. Neil, I love the hashtags you put. Wait, what hashtags? What? 0, 2, good. What hashtags, Aria? No, this is a translation by the vector. 0, 2. Yeah, we're just moving upwards, right? So it's 3 transformations there in the description of the video. I don't actually do the video description. It's Hokia. What's he put? Hashtag maths class, A-level maths teachers, interactive learning, maths lessons, problem solving skills. That's a maths through online maths class. A-level maths, maths tutoring, maths, study maths, and learn maths. Hey, yo, Hokia, what's this, mate? This guy. Hokia has a Nokia. Okay, so for E then, guys. For part E, what are we saying for that? So be very careful about the order. You guys don't need to say translation by. If you guys want to just put the bracket, I'll understand what you mean. Yeah? Okay. No, sir. No, I think I'm ready past my little interview now. Thanks for this live. Ayo, sir. If you get into your little job, mate, make sure you give me some freebies. I only want to see freebies. Why am I lying for? I thought this was your channel. It is my channel, but I have managers of my channel. Mate, what, do you think YouTube streamers run it themselves? Come on, son. BC. The 4 is at the end, yes. Remember, it's all about bid mass. I think you guys are ready for Sainsbury's, but Lidl is 1 step above. Lydia. 2-0. Reflection the x-axis 0-4. Interesting. What do you guys think? Delight agrees with the first bit. I definitely agree with that. So the first bit to this problem is using our bid mass, guys. We're doing the inputs first. So I'm just going to do these to say the same thing. Translation by the vector 2-0. Yeah, we're moving 2 to the right, isn't it? And then you guys are right. Then there's the negative. This is how I told you guys to write your answer, right? I told you to put the negative number second. Yeah, the positive number goes first. So then this is a reflection, the x-axis. That actually hasn't changed. And then one thing that students, get incorrect sometimes is this 4. They forget what the 4 actually does. Remember, there's a plus there, and it's affecting the outputs, the y values. Yeah, it's outside of the bracket. So this is another translation by the vector, and we're going up 4 like this. So this is the formal way of explaining the transformations. But informally, you guys would say right 2, reflect in x, then up 4. That's it, yeah? But just look out in exams if they say describe the transformation, yeah? So if they say describe, yeah, you have to write it like this. Nice! Is Neil the type of guy to use melee to conserve ammo in laser tag? Hey, you guys are Utes. You don't know about Modern Warfare 2? Modern Warfare 2 Commando. Hey, yo, you used to be able to melee people from across the map, man. Hey, yo. So use your knowledge of transformations for f of x equals x squared to sketch this. Okay, so very informally, guys, what transformations are we doing to the x squared graph here? What transformations? I do have COD history. I started playing, what, Modern Warfare 2 maybe? Or Black Ops 1. Neil, when there's a minus outside, does it affect the function's y values? Yes, Ishan, like I explained here. Yeah, it's outside of the bracket, so it's affecting the y values. We're timesing the y values by -1, which is why we're reflecting in the x-axis. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you guys, you're right. So here we are doing the vector 1, 2, right? We're going to the right by 1 and then up by 2. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to take the x squared graph. We're going to take the x squared graph. Zainab, you can just rewind it after the lesson. But rewatch D, because that's when I properly explained that concept, yeah? So we're going to take this. Now, guys, we're going to move it right. We're going to move it right by 1. I'll color code it. So let's move it right by 1. It's going to look like this. So then this point here is now at 1. And then the second thing we're going to do is we're going to move it up by, what color should we use? Black. Now we're going to move it up by 2. And there you're going to get your answer. It's going to be something like this. What a beautiful image, mate. So that's 1. And this point, I guess, is 2. How can you very quickly find where a graph crosses the y-axis? How can you very quickly find that? Hundred out of 10, mate. I'll take it. No, don't brick it. Look at constant. Well, there's no constant really here because it's not expanded. Anime, nice. You make x equals 0. And the way to do that, guys, is you just cross out this x. So if that disappeared, what's -1 all squared plus 2? I'm Monkey. I'm Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci and that. Nabil got 3. It's looking good, bruv. 3 sounds good to me. Nice. So the key bit that, you know, completing the square tells you is what that minimum point is, right? Okay, so guys. Part B. What transformations does that represent? You can tell me informally as well. Hey, yo, Washington, BC had their answer in quick, mate. Yes, Mazza. We do a lot of sketching in A-levels. Mazzaline. So remember, Halima, we have to break it up, right? So you have the input section. We have the input section. Then we have the negative section, which comes straight after, thinking about our bid mass. And then we have the 2, don't we? I did maths, chem, and further maths. I got pretty 3 A stars. I think I'm getting 3 A stars, but I'm low-key nervous. Hey, yo, sir, you got this, my friend. What's done is done. What's done is done. We'll see tomorrow, my friend. So, BC and Lydia got the same thing. So, the first section, like we said, is the inputs, right? So the first thing is we're going to go left. What? Okay. Left by 3. Yeah, x plus 3 means we're moving to the left by 3. We're minusing 3 from the x values. Yeah? Then the second thing is that negative, right? So the second thing is that negative. That reflects in the x-axis. Okay, and then there's a third thing, this plus 2, which is affecting the y values. So that's going to move up. Up by dos. Alrighty then, let's do that. So we're going to start off with the x squared graph. And this is why it's important we do in this order. So we're going to move left by 3. Yeah, we're going to move left by 3. Should we just do that on the same graph? Let's move it left by 3. What would it look like if it was a reflection of the y-axis, Maya? So that it would just move over here. Then it would still be a positive quadratic. It needs to be a negative quadratic because it's a negative x squared. Yeah? So there we moved to the left by 3. So this will actually be at -3. Then we reflect it in the x-axis. And this is why it becomes upside down. Because we get that negative x squared. So on the same graph, guys, you can just make it upside down like this. And then finally, we are going to move it up by 2. Would it be the same if the plus 2 was on the other side of the bracket? Yeah, Zainab, it would look like this. Minus x plus 3 squared plus 2. You'd still do it in the same order, yeah? Okay, let's move it up. Our graph will look like this. So this point here would be at minus 3, 2. Now, I'm having some issue drawing this right now. Does anyone know why? I'm not 100% sure. There's something I'm not too sure about. I have to be very careful here. Let's see who knows. What's the issue with the way I draw this? I mean, I did go up by 2. Halima, yes, the y-intercept. I have the turning point. But the thing is, guys, you need to know if the y-intercept is positive, it will look like this, or negative, it would look something like this. We don't know. We have to find the y-intercept. The turning point, guys, we have is minus 3, 2. You need to find what the y-intercept is so that I know exactly how it looks. So go back to the original, guys. Make x equals 0. You can just cross it out. When you make x equals 0, what is it? Not minus uno. It's not 2 minus 3. Be careful. His eye is called minus 7. Riv. Do you guys agree? I'm going to assume you guys agree. So you get 2 minus 3 squared is 2 minus 9, which is minus 7. Yeah? So it crosses down here. So actually, it was like the second quadratic that I drew. And there you go, guys. That is sketched. Yeah? Obviously, we can find the roots. But the whole purpose of completing the square and doing the transformations is mainly to find that turning point. Not the roots, but we can easily find the roots. We did that last lesson, right? We just make it equal to 0 and rearrange for x. And there you actually know. In fact, I always taught my GCSE students to do this first. And then we just completed the square, made it equal to 0. Just find these and just put them in. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Yeah. Alrighty then. Nice one, Washington, BC. So when sketching quadratics, for a more detailed sketch of a quadratic, we need the following information. Yeah. So we find the roots when y is 0. This is in no particular order, by the way. We find where it crosses the y-axis when x is 0. And we find the turning point by completing the square. Now, another way of doing that is you can find the midpoint between the two roots. But generally speaking, guys, we just like to complete the square first. Yeah. So we're always going to do this first. Actually, no. I actually like finding the y-intercept first. Because usually it's going to be expanded. So we do that, then this, then the roots. Yeah. Generally speaking, I think this is the nicest way of doing things. Yeah. Alrighty then. Monkey Pickle Pants. I'm going to tell you guys about the year 12 course. And then, yeah, we'll see what time it is. I just realized my maths teacher made me do this in year 10. I do this with my Key Stage 3 students, actually. Maybe not to the same type of level as GCSE that I do with the GCSE students. But yeah, I actually do this stuff with Key Stage 3. Key Stage 3 Advanced, anyway. So like year 9s. So sketch the graph of y equals x squared minus 4x minus 12. Find the coordinates of the turning point. Ayo, Tazib, you'll be alright, dude. You're just in year 7. I don't think I do it with Key Stage 3 core. I can't remember. I don't think I do, though, Tazib. Give it 2 years, mate. Give it 2 years. So the first thing, guys, is we always find the y-intercept. That's what I do anyway. I just think it's when it's expanded, it's easiest to find. So, guys, just looking at that, what is the y-intercept? You should be able to just see it, mate. What is the y-intercept, mate? Come on, Dave. Mosh. Mosh. Bosh. Minus 12. Yeah, you just make x equal 0. It's just the constant term. Alright, cool. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to complete the square. Alright, guys. Can you CTS that quadratic? Complete the what? X minus 2 squared minus 8 But then I'm seeing minus 16 as well. If in doubt, use your calc. No, don't do that, Aria. Wait, what? What are you on about? Okay, so you open a bracket, x squared. You half the coefficient of x, which would be minus 2. Yeah? Then we always subtract that number squared. 2 squared is quattro. And then we have the minus 12 at the end. Yeah? All right. Minus 16. So, thinking about your transformations of the x squared graph, guys, where would the turning point be here? Where would the turning point be here? Think about your experience of the quadratic. Aaron's going with 2 minus 16. Nice, guys. So it's 2, 6, because you're going to the right, aren't you? So here, we didn't really look at it formally, but Joe, the x minus 1, you're going 1 to the right, so 1, and 2 up. Yeah? So, Joe, that vector transformation, guys, that tells you the turning point. So, left 3 would look like this, up 2. Can you see that? Is your turning point. So, the transformations that you guys described to me before tells you the turning point. Yeah? So, that transformation, the vector would be 2 minus 16, right? And that's it. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to find the roots. Now, let's just do it. Because we've completed the square, let's just make it equal 0. Should be pretty simple, right? Move that over. And then we square root. What do we have to be careful of here? Complete the shape with 4. Ayo, sir. You good, bro? So plus minus, yeah. So yeah, x minus 2 is quattro or minus quattro. So x, when you add 2, is 6 or minus dos. And now, guys, we have all the information we need to sketch. So my turning point is at 2 minus 16, which would be what, like here? It crosses the y-axis at minus 12, which is like maybe here. And with just that information, guys, you can draw a quadratic. I've given you an axes that you can help draw it with. And then here, guys, we know what it is. So it's minus 2 and 6. Easy. So with just all that information that you guys are very used to, we can nicely sketch quadratics. Yeah? Come on. Easy peasy, squeeze the lemon. Easy peasy, squeeze the lemon. Alrighty then. You guys ready to try one more? This topic is light. Do you know how many GCSE students dislike this topic? It's because they didn't study with me, mate. Sketch this graph and find the coordinates of the turning point. So guys, what are we going to do? What do we find first? No, Maya. I didn't do further maths GCSE either. Yeah, I did my A-level maths a year early. Y-intercept. What is the y-intercept when you just read it? And the Bill's gone with 5. Aaron order Mandem's telling me it's 5. You just make x equals 0. Okay, nice. The next thing is we're going to complete the square now. To complete the square on this, what do we do first? Complete less square. Rearrange. Good. By writing the minus x squared first, right? Minus x squared. Minus 2x. And then don't forget, guys, that's a plus 5. And then, yes, Lydia, good. We factor out minus 1. Nice, guys. And it's only from the first 2 terms, right? So we have y is negative. Use a squared bracket like I showed you last lesson. And then the plus 5. Now, all I need you guys to do is complete the square on this. Just that. And we'll expand it ourselves. ¿Qué pasa? Ishan's going minus with okay, I think you've done the final answer. Just what's inside the square bracket. Bracket. Bluku. Hey yo, Katya, where's the rest of it, dude? It's time to have a coffee. I don't really test my max bench, but on Sunday I did 100 kilos for 28 reps. So I matched I could have done 29, but it's not looking good for me. Lightweight for results day. If you don't meet your offer, is it worth calling the uni anyway? Seeing if they'll accept you. Akil, in terms of if the uni that you wanted to apply to rejected you, you could call them. They may not give you anything for that course though. That's all. I mean, there's some universities that don't do clearing at all. Yeah. But you know, it's worth a try. Why not? But some unis will give you the offer on a lower grade, like because they just had an undersubscription. That's happened to some people that I've known before. But just see how it goes on the day. But yeah, you can do. Now, in terms of this, guys, you're right. So we open a bracket. We halve the coefficient of x. That'll be plus 1 squared. Then you minus this number squared, which is just 1. Close that. Plus 5. What is clearing? Clearing is where you... some universities have spots for courses that you are interested in at a different uni. So say you applied to UCL for maths and you didn't get UCL maths, you could call another university that still has spaces for maths and say, would you accept me based on my grades? And some unis will say yes, some unis will say no. Yeah. Depends on how much space they have. That's what clearing is, where you have everyone's applying to these unis and then they didn't meet their offers, so they find other unis to fill out spaces. Yeah. All right, so here we're going to expand those brackets. So y is negative x plus 1 squared. The negative of negative 1 is plus 1 plus 5. So we have minus x plus 1 squared plus 6. Okay, nice. Now from there, guys, it's still the same thing. What is your turning point? Where is your turning point? So as you read that, what is your turning point? Minus 1, 6. Good. So applying the same concept here, minus 1, 6. But in terms of the transformation, guys, you would be doing left 1, reflect, then up 6. So because you're going left 1 and up 6, you have that minus 1, 6 up here. So that doesn't change, yeah? It's just going to be an upside down quadratic. Okay. And then finally, we're going to find the roots. Okay, let's do that. So we have our completed square form, which is minus x plus 1 squared plus 6 is 0. Now, how would I recommend you guys to rearrange for this? What would I tell you guys to do? Svanning, they definitely look at your GCSE languages. Again, it depends on what you're applying to. If you're applying for a maths degree, they'll probably look at your GCSE maths as well. When you're applying. When you're getting an offer, they'll base it on your final A levels. But when you're applying to universities, they will look at your GCSEs as well. Okay, so my recommendation, as Katya said, is take this negative over to the other side. It's all the same thing. It's just I don't like solving for negative x's. Square root, so you get plus or minus root 6 is x plus 1. And then you move the minus 1 over. So you get x is minus 1 plus or minus root 6. Yeah. Now, guys, don't type that in the calculator. Trust me, you don't need it. Yeah. We have 3 pieces of information, and that's all we need. So let's do the turning point first. So you have minus 1, 6, which might be like here, right? Then we have the y-intercept at 5. And that is it. That's all you need. So just draw your quadratic through these. And from there, you can see where it crosses, right? It's obvious which one's going to be the positive one. This is going to be minus 1 plus root 6. And this is going to be your minus 1 minus root 6. And that's it. Yeah, you don't need to type anything in the calculator here. It's just obvious from when you sketch the graph. Yeah? Svani, they won't look at your mocks, no? The mocks are what your teacher based predictions on. That's all. English, they will look at when they're giving you an offer. So if you're applying for a maths degree, they'll probably require a minimum grade 6 at GCSE. So they would look at that. But that you go in a specific uni and you just see, right? Okay. So that, guys, is the sketching of quadratics. I'm just going to very quickly go through the year 12 course because a lot of you are asking. And what is it? We'll play Kahoot at the end because this will take like 5-6 minutes. So guys, 5-6 minutes, I'll quickly tell you about the year 12 course and then we'll play a Kahoot, yeah? All right, if you have any questions along the way, no long Kahoot. We never have a long Kahoot. It's just one Kahoot as normal. And also, there's students in the chat who are already on my course. So guys, if I'm explaining something and someone has a question, can you answer it? Like, if you definitely know the answer. If you don't know the answer, just wait for me. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions about the main course starting in September, let me know, yeah? Okay, so very quickly, guys, the year 12 course for maths and all the sciences starting in September, goes all the way through to June. 80 hours of lessons, meaning 40 lessons over the course of the year. You'll have 80 exam-style homeworks, and all of them will have video solutions. Every single homework will have 10 questions, so that's 800 questions, and all the teachers record video solutions for every single question. So that's 800 extra videos as well. And you'll have monthly assessments to keep track of your progress. Yeah, this is something that we're introducing. So on top of everything that we give you, we're going to be giving you monthly assessments. Yeah. Now there's 2 types of packages. There's the pro package and the standard package. The pro package, the only thing that's different is that you get a mentor. Now the mentor is a university student that has been picked by us, who go to a top uni. That's Oxbridge, Imperial, UCL. And they're basically like your best friend throughout the whole year that you can ask them questions on anything you want related to the subject. You don't get that on standard. And then everyone gets live lessons twice a week on an award-winning learning platform like you're experiencing now. Access to recorded lessons. So every single lesson that I do with you guys is all recorded. You can watch back whenever you want. Professionally made workbooks and materials, which you guys have seen already. You have the workbooks for these lessons, right? And then access to a vibrant student community. So online, we have a Discord, which all the students use to interact with each other. I interact with you guys on the Discord as well, yeah? Now, a lot of students and parents always ask about private tutoring and what's the difference and all that stuff. So I'm going to show you guys very quickly what's different between what we do here at My Headspace and just traditional tutoring. And the first most obvious thing is price. We are significantly cheaper than traditional tutoring. These are like average prices you could see from traditional tutors. Like a beginning tutor who's just got into the game, maybe like a university student or something, they'll charge maybe 25 to 30 pounds an hour. An intermediate tutor who's been tutoring for a couple of years, maybe between 40 and 80 pounds an hour. Then a highly experienced professional, like a qualified teacher who's gone to a top uni, great track record for results, 100 to 200 pounds per hour. So these people do exist, guys. Here's an example of tutors we found online. You could find them yourself. We just like screenshotted a bunch of them, like this guy, Uma, 153 pounds an hour, Tom, 185 pounds an hour. But on average, you can see, guys, everyone's charging at least 60 pounds an hour for one-to-one tutoring. Yeah. So it's pretty pricey. So you would spend on average about nearly £5,000 a year on private tutoring. Yeah, this is us averaging it £60 an hour. So with a one-to-one tutor, guys, 2 lessons a week, you're spending about £120 per week, which is £480 for 8 lessons per month, which works out to about nearly £5,000 per year. Yeah, so guys, that's a lot of money if you want one-to-one tutoring. Now, it also comes with these issues. Time-consuming logistics. You have to find a tutor, right? Like Svanik's just put in there. I think it might be that one. I'm not sure. So you have to select the tutor. You have to schedule the lessons. You have to manage your own timetable. There's uncertainty in terms of quality. There's not many reviews to gauge effectiveness, like you've seen here, guys. Like, 6 reviews on this guy, 6 reviews, 3 reviews, 8 reviews, 3 reviews. Guys, if you go on our Trustpilot, we have we have hundreds of reviews, and majority of them are 5 stars. Yeah. Lack of resources. The sessions are not recorded. There's no extra study materials, and limited review of past lessons. Yeah. So obviously at MindSpace, we have recorded lessons, tons of extra material, video solutions, and you can watch all the past lessons as much as you want. And inadequate preparation, guys. If you've done private tutoring before, most likely they'll just open a textbook, teach you from the textbook, and just give you questions from the textbook. Yeah, anyone can do that. And this is why we created MyEdSpace. Yeah, originally it was just me, but we have the whole gang now. We have the whole Avengers. Let's compare the value. Yeah, what are we doing here at MyEdSpace? 1 day Svanik. 1 day Svanik. So, remember we said that it will cost you about £5,000 per year for a private tutor. And if you get a really experienced tutor, you're looking at upwards of £8,000 per year. Or you could choose us at MyEdSpace, and you guys are very familiar with the way I teach already. For the whole year, it's 5 times cheaper. Yeah, you're looking between £700 and £900 compared to £5,000 per year for the same amount of contact time. 5 times cheaper. This is for the whole year, by the way. And yes, Jawa, here you can, I think, Jawa, you're answering someone else. You can do installments. This is just the overall price for the year. But because you guys are doing the summer school with me, we're actually giving an extra 30% off. And so it looks like this. Guys, for the whole year, yeah, it depends on whether you want standard or pro. So standard, yeah, it works out to about £400 for the whole year. You're talking about like £4 per hour. Yeah, and that's including all the lessons, all the homeworks, all the video solutions, all of that. For this, guys, you got the pro. So the price difference is just paying for the one-to-one mentor. That's it. So the difference between this price, guys, so £200, you're paying £200 for the whole year just to get access to a very smart student to help you out 24/7. That's it, yeah? Which is the price of like an hour of tuition with one person. Yeah, it goes to show the value we're trying to create here. Yeah, and yeah, that Svanik, that's actually very true. So Svanik has also mentioned the cram and Easter courses. That's not actually that's included, but we haven't actually even factored that in. So in all of this, guys, in this thing here that I told you, this 80 hours of lessons, that does not include the cram courses and Easter courses that we do as well. Yeah. So yeah, that's something to consider. I need you guys to note down this code word, summer 2024. And you basically have to WhatsApp us this code to get this discount here. Yeah. So summer 2024, the link is in the YouTube description. There's like I can put in the chat as well. If you, I can put into the chat as well. Yeah. Tazib, this is for year 12s. Yeah. I know you said you're in year 7, so there's something different for year 7. This is just for year 12s. Yeah. So summer 2024, guys, if you want to join in September. And also we do a 14-day full refund guarantee. Now, this is only exercised once the course starts on the 9th of September. So say you paid now, you have until 2 weeks into September to get a full refund. Yeah. Bro, what about those who have been there last year? Jawa, is the same. Yeah, you're already getting the massive discount from last year. Yeah. So you have the 14-day full refund guarantee. Yeah. And we don't just have maths anymore. So a lot of you have been studying me for a few years. We now have the pleasure of other teachers. Now for year 12, guys, I don't know, how many of you guys know Dario already? I think you guys did the Easter revision course with Dario, but that was for something else, right? I think it was chemistry or something. Do you guys remember Dario? So Dario, good friend of mine. Dario is going to be helping me with year 12 this year. So Dario is maths teacher at MindSpace. He has a first class in physics from Imperial. He has over 6 years of teaching experience, including head of Key Stage 4. He has an MSc distinction in a PhD in physics from Warwick and published 3 papers, which is crazy. So guys, Dario is one of the smartest guys I've ever met. He's going to be helping me with the year 12 course. And you guys have met Laura already. Laura, amazing biology teacher, head of biology. She has a BSc from Manchester, over 15 years of teaching experience, head of biology in many schools. And also, Laura used to write exam questions for exam boards. So Laura, very special teacher. Lucky to have her at MindSpace. We got Brooke. You guys have met Brooke already for physics. Head of physics at MindSpace, first class honors from Michigan State Uni, and a master's with distinction from planetary science from UCL. She got a full scholarship to go and study in the USA, which is pretty cool. And finally, we got LaJoy. LaJoy is the head of chemistry at MindSpace. She has a first class master's in chemistry from Oxford, which is wild. Over 10 years of teaching experience, including head of science. Yeah? Okay, so these are all our teachers, guys, for year 12. And we also have an ultimate pass. So guys, there's a special offer where you can get 3 subjects, all 3 subjects, your personal mentor, and half the cost. So if you guys wanted all 3 subjects, we would look after you. If you're doing maths, like chemistry, biology, for example. So if you're doing 3 of these subjects, we do have a special pass. Man bun Neil. Oh yeah. Do you remember that? A long time ago, mate. So yeah, guys, if you want for 3 subjects, it works out to like £2 to £4 an hour. But again, it just depends if you want the standard or the pro. Yeah. So there's never going to be any value like this. Like, you're not going to find tutoring for £2 to £4 per hour where you're working with someone live, like the fully qualified teacher with the credentials that we have. The workbooks, the homeworks, you got the video solutions, you've got the mentor for like £2 to £4 per hour. Guys, you're not going to find it anywhere else. And like I said, I think Jawahir did mention you can pay in installments. Yeah. So we're not saying, look, you need to pay all this like up front. Yeah. You can divide it by 4 and then it will just be paid in installments. Yeah. We want to make sure as many people get access to the quality as possible, which is why we split up. And like I said, guys, you have 14 days once the course starts on the 9th of September to change your mind. And no questions asked, we would give you your money back. Yeah. So this is what it would look like in installments. Yeah. In 4 installments. So for that would be for the standard and that would be for the pro. Yeah. Now, if you just have any questions, guys, just go to the on WhatsApp. I'll put it in it's in the description, but I'll put it in the chat anyway. We will do, Monkey. So that link or this number, that link will take you to this number. If you go into these and just say summer 2024, guys, by just saying summer 2024 doesn't mean that you immediately have to pay. Yeah? It's just you speak to my team and they'll give you more information. So Kira, it's best to just click that link, speak to one of my team, and see what they say. Yeah, that kind of stuff I'm not 100% sure, but we don't do humanities, Mazza. Maybe eventually, but yeah, just say summer 2024, and then one of my team will be able to give you guys more information. This is what the timetable looks like. Maybe you guys want to screenshot this so you can have a good idea as to what things look like. Yeah. And that is it. Yeah. Okay, let's do a quick Kahoot, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. But we can play a quick Kahoot. Provided Dom has done one. We are lesson 4, aren't we? Yes. Did you start the business? I didn't start the business, but I'm part of the founding team. The founding team of Mandims. Okay. What am I looking at? I have to remember I'm still on TikTok. What's up, people on TikTok? You should come to YouTube if you want to join the TikTok. I'll put it in the chat. Where do I get MindSpace merch? If you're on the course, when you guys buy annual, like you pay for the year in installments, we send you merch. Chloe, I had it in the PowerPoint somewhere. It was on a discount. It was like £400 for the whole year for standard, and then I think £600 for the whole year if you wanted a mentor. Zainab, I don't know about a deadline, but I'd say it's best to just message them as soon as you can. Delight, yeah, well, my students are in the chat. You'll speak with them. Like Jawa here. Svanix also one of them. Ari is one of them. So I'm not even... Let's get in there. NeilDoesMaths is in. Alright, so guys, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to join. Yes, Anab, of course. Anab's one of the OGs as well. Inky Pinky Ponky. Ten seconds. Go bold. Alright guys, let's go. Let me show you guys how it's done, mate. Given that f of x is x squared, find an expression for f of x minus 7. Easy. Easy now. Alright, so here, guys, you're just replacing f of x with x squared, right? So it's just x squared minus 7. So that's just a substitution. Oh, it looks like... Wait, what did you guys? You subbed in minus 7 or something. Misclicked. It's not looking good, bruv. Alright, so... Obvious... Oi, I'm way ahead of you guys. You guys are slow, dude. Come on. A whole 40 points difference from Binny. Come on, guys. Come on. Next one. Complete the square on this. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, no. Wait, what? Oh. No. Yeah. I think that's right. Okay, but now I'm in 5th place. That's so annoying. So here you half the coefficient of x. That'll be plus 3 over 2. But they're all plus 3 over 2, which is annoying. But then you have to minus 3 over 2 squared, which is 9 over 4. So you have to do 9 over 4 minus 5. So 9 over 4 minus 5, I did minus 9 minus 20 because 5 is 20 over 4, right? Alright, so that wasn't very easy to do in your head. Oh my days. So now Rishin's on top. That is a whole 300 points difference. It's not looking good, mate. It's not looking good. Alright, third. The following graph has equation this. Oh, what is it? True or false? Oh, God. Hey, yo, nah, Dom, what are you doing to me? Okay, it was true. I'm in 4th place now. So what I wanted to verify was, so the y-intercept is minus 12. You can see that, right? So we can see that minus 12. Then completing the square, you would half that coefficient's minus 2. And you can see that is 2, which is good. Then you minus 2 squared, which is minus 4. Minus 12 gives you minus 16. So that's how it worked for me. Okay. Was it the exact same one, Delight? Should have probably spotted that then. Hey, yo, you guys are ruining it down, mate. So Havana is now on top. Okay. Hey, yo, I'm getting smashed here. 500 points away. It's not looking good. Fourth question. Simplify. Okay. Oh. I don't need a calculator, mate. Look at you guys all cheating. Alright, so 50 is 25 times 2 and 72 is 36 times 2. So you root 25 and you root the 36, you get 5 and 6, which when you add together, you get 11. It's not looking good, bruv. Ooh, I like that the leaderboard is changing a lot, though. Lydia is now on top. Hey, I got the highest answer streak, though. I don't know how, but... Right, last question. It's time to show you guys how it's done. Time to win this. Oh, God. Oh, I know this one. Oh, if I win this now. Even I remember this from, like, year 7. I think I'm going to win this. Lydia. Provided you weren't too quick there. I think I could win this. Okay, I got 1952. Where's Lydia? I haven't seen Lydia speak. So I got 1950. Huh? Svanik got 1968. There's no way. Oh, everyone went with red. Ayo, nah. Let's see. Damn! For God's sake. Richard. Oh, Lydia did it, man. Damn, by a whole 200 points. It's not looking good, mate. It's not looking good. Alright. Better luck next time, Maya. Alright, guys. W's in the chat for Lydia. And, guys, like I said, if you're interested in the course, just put summer 2024 in the WhatsApp. And I'll see you guys. What is this? Wednesday. I'll see you guys next Monday. Have a good rest of your week, guys. Thank you, Halima. Got this radio interview at 2:15. It's a pre-recorded one, so we'll see how it goes. It is. I'll see you guys later. W for Lydia. See you guys. Take care. Slay and that. See you, Tazib. See you later on. See you guys. Peace out. Nice.